Hi all, this is Dr. Sage Breslin and this is Wisdom Wednesdays. It was a funny start to the morning and it was divine, all in a breath. I was minding my own business, putting on my makeup, getting dressed for work, and all of a sudden I'd been just asking God, what do I need to tell everyone today? What is the message? What is the wisdom I need to deliver? And from the other room, I hear Taylor Swift. This is my fight song go off. First, I was confused. Then I realized it was my alarm letting me know I really needed to get my hustle on. And then I thought, but I don't remember having that song in my deck. So you know what? I let it play on and I finished up what I was doing and I realized, my guides were right. It's time. It's time for me to really let you in on where I am, what's happening, and how you can work with me. So, personal note, my cancer treatment is going well. I had my fourth dose of the daratumumab, Dara, as we call it, which is the newly approved antibody treatment. And I am already finally starting to notice just some really great movement in some of the side effects that I'd had, both from the chemotherapy for the last 2 years and from the initial treatments with Dara, which landed me in the hospital. Apparently, my body just believes that anything new, it just requires some sort of defensive action. So the whole fight song is just true to my wise warrior self. So many of you have been asking, and actually some of you have assumed that I'm retired and no longer working. So I'm here to tell you this is my fight song. I'm not retired, and I'm going to tell you why I'm not retired. Because God told me, you have shit to do. Excuse my language, but that was about the size of it. So I wanted to sort of carry forward from last Wednesday's video about, what it means to be an old soul woman, what it means to feel different, different, but different most of your life, feeling like you can't quite fit in, feeling like you know more than others, but not in an arrogant way, and not even so much in an intellectual way, but in a wisdom way. Your gut instincts are probably always on. Your sense of intuition, empathy, and sensitivity are probably maxed. And you may use them in the financial district. You may be able to call those stocks without much effort or even research. And people may just say, oh, you're really good at what you do. But it doesn't stop there. It's knowing things about when to step in with your team, with your family. It's knowing to make that phone call to your kid at college, even though nothing seems to be wrong. But when you do, they burst out crying, and all they really wanted to do was hear the sound of your voice. It's all of those beautiful and strange things that make us wise women. And it's a but. I mean, I could say and, but it feels like a but. But we are not immune, unfortunately, to those who want to feed on our divine energy. As old soul women, we have a direct pipeline to God, and you can call it whatever you want to, but call it Mother Earth, whatever sounds best to you. But we are not interacting with other people through just the human energy. We have that pipeline, and as it roots through our soul, it is glorious. And people who feel us and know us and see us, they want to be near us. They want to be with us. They love just being in a room with us, unless we have been engaged by a soul sucker. And then it feels deadly to them. When we interact with soul suckers, to us, we feel that vacancy that needs to be filled up, right? We want to fix it. We want to heal it because that's what we're here to do. And again, like I said, you could be a financial advisor and you could still be an old soul woman who wants to fix it, right? Wants to bring wealth to people who haven't had it before, wants to bring a process that's easier to understand, right? All of those ways in which we want to fix and heal and uplift. That is our mission here. So when we get near these people, they're like the Grand Canyon, right? We want to go, okay, let's put the energy in there. We can fix this. It's a beautiful idea. Unfortunately, their tentacles go in and they suck us until we're dry. They gaslight us to make sure that we will be compliant. They ensure that we, even unconsciously, quickly put our soul into the vault so that it won't be hurt. And they basically annihilate our humans. And for me, I met more than one and engaged more than one. And it almost killed me. I really truly believe that this cancer came along as my final 2x4 therapy to say, if you don't quit doing this, you will not be anymore. Now you have to be entirely focused on your life, on your boundaries, on your soul. And it's time to take the soul out of the vault and let it drive and inform everything you do. Okay. I've already told you part of that story. I've already told you these bits and pieces. I've told you that's why I'm here, to address these issues of women leaders, and I'm gonna say it again. The price when we are repeat offenders to the toxic narcissist habit is a desperate shame. It's the thing that causes us not to reach out to a therapist or coach. It's the thing that causes us to move away from our friends and not to talk about what's really going on. Because we're horrified that we've done it again and again and again. Now put yourself in my position. All this education and training and multiple degrees and certification from Harvard Med, and right? I reached a point where I felt like I'd almost rather die than be honest about what was happening to me. And that was my wake-up call. That was when I got this 2x4 therapy where God and the angels said, no, wake up. Wake up. You've had your experiences this way so that your story can reach out to all of those other old soul women, especially professional women, who desperately need to hear there's a way out, there's a way through, and it's not just down into Mother Earth again, okay? It's not just an ashes to ashes. When I finally came through that wake-up process, it was as if the rose system just unfolded itself. I mean, we spiritual people, we just say, I got a download. And suddenly I knew the step-by-step way to move other women through this process so it wouldn't have to be so painful, so that it could be surrounded by other old soul women who can inspire and who can support and act as mentors. It's so that finally you can set aside the shame of being a repeat offender. And you can finally know yourself and live yourself, inviting your soul out to do all of the work that we humans are just too small to do. And finally, you can do what you were put here to do in a safe way and with so much more power and presence and passion than you've had probably in decades. So, here's the thing I didn't do last time. I'm going to tell you how to work with me and hopefully provide you a little bit of motivation. I don't generally get on and sort of sales call it. That's just not my way. So here is my way. I'm going to motivate things for you. We are launching today the Rose System. It's Monday, why not? And Monday, it's my Monday, right? Monday was a very quiet, reverent day, so I didn't want to do it then. I had my treatment yesterday, didn't want to do it then. So this is my Monday. Welcome to my Monday, Wednesday. I'm finally launching the system, and to give you enough time. Now, I'm launching at an odd time, right? Because we are sort of posing to go into October. We're just now entering fall, and then we'll hibernate for the winter. So why not wait until January? Well, I'm going to tell you what. We are starting the year off with a bang. January 8th will be the day that we actually begin working in the Rose system with the cohorts that have enrolled. But in order to do that, since we take December off, we're going to give you basically a 60-day window. If you kind of eliminate some of the holidays and the fact that I work Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to give you 60 days to get enrolled into the system so that you can finally begin this journey out. And when I say out, I mean you are going to set aside this soul sucker habit once and for all. And if you are curious about what that means, or you don't quite believe that, I'm happy to hook you up with many of the people who have moved through this system in a less focused way, so took longer, but have achieved those results and have created new miraculous lives for themselves and are no longer mortified by choosing accidentally toxic narcissists, borderlines, and psychopaths. So that's one offer. So during the next 60 days, we are going to give you an all-out, masterful, motivated discount that starts now. And that is, you will see, and I'm going to put it in the comments, you will see drastically reduced prices over this 60-day plan here, enrollment time. And you'll see that the discounts decrease as we reach December. And starting in January, they will quadruple. So I hope that that's motivation. We're going to make it financially affordable for you to invest in yourself. Now, what's the system entail? Here it is. You are going to work with me primarily for the first 6 months to unpack, identify all of the anchors or the tethers to this repeat offender habit that you've got going on. And then when we reach that 6-month mark, we will move into a group coaching model so that every week you'll be joining other women just like yourself so that you can swap stories, so that you can learn new coping skills, so that you can really ground in the kind of inspirational support that you need as you begin to remodel your life, as you begin to revision or revise who you are in the world, how you are in the world, maybe the relationship you have, maybe the relationship with the boss or the career that you have, so that when we reach that 12-month mark, you will not only be ready to graduate, but graduate and potentially become a mentor for the women who are coming after you. So you become the you that's been locked inside the vault for so many years. Now, the price is actually going to include 2 retreats as well. So this is going to be an amazing journey for all of us. I will give you all of the details and a way to contact me right away so you get the very biggest discount for your investment and so that you get a spot. And for women who feel like they can't quite afford it or won't afford it, I'm going to ask you a question. How can you not? It's costing you money. And believe me, I'm happy to identify all of the ways in which it's costing you money in the comments. This is Wisdom Wednesdays, and I am alive, well, and ready to rock with the Rose system. I wish you the greatest day or evening wherever you are. This is Dr. Sage Breslin.